Every parent's greatest desire is simple: to love their child deeply and to know that love is felt. But sometimes, despite our best efforts, our children don't seem to receive that love the way we intend. We hug them, we tell them we care, we buy them things, yet they still pull away, get frustrated, or seem distant. It isn't that our love is lacking, it's that we may be speaking a language they don't fully understand. Love, though universal, has many dialects. And when we learn to speak the one our child understands best, something beautiful happens. Connection replaces confusion, and our love begins to truly reach their heart. The idea of love languages was introduced by Dr. Gary Chapman, who found that each person, adult or child, feels love most deeply in certain ways. It's the difference between telling a child you love them and showing it in the way that resonates most with them. When parents discover their child's love language, it's like being handed a translation guide to their emotions. Suddenly, affection, guidance, and discipline all land differently because the child feels emotionally safe, seen, and valued. It's not just about loving more, it's about loving smarter. There are 5 primary love languages that children and all people use to give and receive love. The first is words of affirmation, those encouraging, uplifting words that build confidence and self-worth. The second is acts of service, when love is shown through care, help, and thoughtful actions. The third is receiving gifts, where small tokens of affection communicate, "I thought of you." The fourth is quality time, when full attention and shared experiences say, "You matter to me." And the fifth is physical touch, the hugs, cuddles, and gentle touches that say, "You're safe and loved." Every child needs all 5 to some degree, but usually 1 or 2 speak to them more powerfully than the others. Identifying which language resonates most with your child is transformative. When we love in their language, we meet them where they are emotionally, not just where we assume they should be. A parent might think that spending hours together shows love, but if the child's main language is words of affirmation, what they really crave is to hear, "I'm proud of you. You did great." Without this understanding, both parent and child can end up missing each other emotionally, trying hard but connecting less. Recognizing your child's love language removes that invisible barrier, allowing your love to land exactly where it's meant to. Understanding this concept can change the entire atmosphere of a home. When children feel emotionally secure, they naturally become more open, confident, and compassionate. They don't have to strive for affection, they rest in it. Misunderstandings decrease, cooperation increases, and discipline becomes easier because it comes from a foundation of love, not control. Families that intentionally practice each other's love languages tend to create spaces filled with warmth, respect, and emotional safety. It's not about being perfect parents. It's about being present in ways that truly speak to our children's hearts. Among the 5 love languages, one that's often misunderstood is receiving gifts. Many parents worry that this will make their child materialistic, but that's not what this language is about. For some children, tangible items act as physical symbols of love, small reminders that they are remembered and cherished. To a child whose primary love language is gifts, a sticker placed on their lunchbox can mean as much as an expensive toy. It's not the price, but the presence behind the gesture that matters. A gift says, "You were on my mind, even when we weren't together," and that message can be deeply comforting for a child who connects through this form of love. The beauty of gift giving as a love language lies in its simplicity. A pebble you picked up together at the park can become their lucky charm. A handmade card, a flower from the yard, or a drawing on a sticky note can become treasures that live on their bedroom shelf. These little things hold emotional weight because they carry memories. They remind the child not just of the moment, but of the love that surrounded it. It's the story behind the gift, the shared laughter, the time spent choosing it, or the warmth of a parent's hand. That gives it meaning. For parents who notice that their child lights up when receiving something small, it's worth weaving this love language into daily life. You could create a small love box where you occasionally drop notes, jokes, or tiny surprises. Maybe celebrate milestones, finishing a book, learning a new skill, with something symbolic like a charm, a bookmark, or a photo. Even bringing home their favorite snack after work can speak louder than words. These gestures don't have to be big or frequent. They just need to be thoughtful and personal. What matters most is the emotional message behind the object. You are special to me. Of course, even if gifts are your child's main love language, balance is essential. A thoughtful gift becomes more meaningful when it's paired with time, words, and affection. A toy given with no connection fades quickly, but a tiny trinket given with a smile, a hug, and the words, "I saw this and thought of you," lasts much longer. The goal isn't to substitute love with things. It's to use small tokens to reinforce love that already exists. When given in the right spirit, these moments become emotional anchors, teaching children that love is not bought, it's expressed. In the end, every child wants to feel known, seen, and valued. Discovering and speaking their love language allows us to meet that need with clarity and grace. It teaches them what love feels like and how to express it in return. As parents, when we slow down and learn to love our children in their own language, we're not just building a stronger relationship, we're shaping their sense of worth for the rest of their lives. Because when a child truly feels loved, everything else, confidence, kindness, and joy, grows from there.